Hello class and welcome to our EC2 Lab video. So we're going to be navigating to the EC2 service, which you can just look up here on the search bar, EC2. And if you want to launch an instance, you should be able to see this launch instance button. You're going to click on that. And for the most part, we're going to keep the defaults. Please follow the lab instructions as far as naming goes. We're going to keep the Linux instance type for the operating system. We're going to keep all these defaults. We're going to go T2 micro. You could also do T3 micro under the free tier. For key pair login, you do need to create one. So you're going to hit create new key pair. Again, keep all the defaults, give it a default name. This file is what enables you to connect from your own computer, from your own terminals. Although for today, we're just going to be using the AWS interface, EC2 Instance Connect. So make sure to follow the lab instructions for creating a key. I already have one set up. And then for security group, just leave the defaults. Also check this one on just in case. So this, obviously we wouldn't leave this wide open, right? In a real development situation, you can limit which IPs this comes from. For example, you could set it to your own IP. For now, just for simplicity, we're going to leave it wide open. But yeah, these are the firewall settings, deciding who can access this EC2 instance. And this key pair login also enables, right, a secure connection through SSH is probably the most popular way to do it. But that's beyond the scope of the class, so we're just sticking to the basics. And then leave the default storage for number of instances here on the right. You can leave it at 1, and then go ahead and hit launch instance. And then you can navigate here to see your instance. You can also click on instances to see all of your instances. Here you can see I have one that I terminated already. The status here says it's initializing, so it's not ready to be connected to. Sometimes it takes a few seconds, up to a few minutes even. But we'll give that a sec. You can always refresh. Initializing. Forget if we have to. I think we can connect already. Yeah, we're gonna let it initialize, continue to initialize, but we're gonna go ahead and connect anyway. So we're gonna check that off and hit connect. You're gonna connect using EC2 Instance Connect, and then you're gonna hit connect. And yeah, this is gonna open up a terminal via the web. So this is AWS web interface. And just like that, you're connected to an EC2 instance. You have at your hands, at your disposal, right? The power of servers, pretty much hosted remotely over the internet, right? Is how we access it, how we are provisioned with these resources. And you can do almost anything, right? Software wise, as far as using these EC2 instances, run databases, web applications, batch processing, microservices, right? You could figure out how to run some containers on here as well. Although we do have more specialized services for that. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Make sure to follow the lab directions as far as screenshots and commands to run. I believe for this lab, you had a command. Let me see if I could pull it up. It was the uname-a. So yeah, just a sample command. And that's going to tell you the name of your machine. And then from here, the second part of the lab, you're going to go to the pricing. So if you go back to the EC2 homepage, you can go here to the pricing. Of course, I should say, before we get to pricing, make sure that you also stop your instance. So here at the instance state, you can click stop instance. and then stop, and that should again takes a little bit, so it's currently stopping. And if you want to exit this, you could just exit it there. If you go back to EC2, and then you scroll down to additional information, go to pricing. You could also Google your way to this page. But yeah, there is information on on-demand pricing. Savings plans is going to be the focus of that last part of the lab. So you're going to use these rates to figure out how much savings there are between the different plans for that scenario given in the lab. So good luck, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.